There's a conversation happening quietly within millions of souls, tucked into the late-night thoughts of burnt-out dreamers, of overachievers with puffy eyes and caffeine running through their veins. A question that reverberates through journal pages and therapy sessions, through meditation cushions and unopened emails: should I be hustling more, or healing first? In a world that glorifies the grind and simultaneously preaches about inner peace, the line between chasing success and reclaiming self often feels like a blurred battlefield. But what if it's not a choice between the two? What if this isn't a versus? What if it's a rhythm? Before we answer that, let's talk about hustle. Let's talk about the electricity of ambition, of waking up every day with something burning in your chest. Hustling is intoxicating. It gives you identity. It whispers to you that you are your productivity. That if you keep going harder, faster, and longer, you'll arrive. Somewhere. Anywhere. Maybe success, maybe validation, maybe freedom. You chase milestones like oxygen: the six-figure income, the brand partnerships, the launches, the promotions, the praise. And at first, hustle rewards you. It pats you on the back with shiny things and follower counts. People start to notice you. Maybe even envy you. You taste power. Control. Progress. But what they don't see is the silent decay. The friendships that faded away because you were too busy. The deep breath you haven't taken in months. The tears that leak out when no one's watching because the success didn't feel the way you thought it would. The morning you wake up and realize you don't remember who you are without your goals. Hustling may have built the life, but healing is what gives it meaning. And yet, healing, oh, healing. It's not glamorized the same way hustle is. Healing is quiet. Unseen. Sometimes thankless. It doesn't come with applause or instant results. It asks you to sit in your discomfort. To grieve the version of you that thought success was the destination. Healing isn't as seductive as hustling, but it is sacred. It invites you to become. Healing says, rest is not laziness. Softness is not weakness. Slowness is not failure. But healing can feel scary because it demands you surrender the armor. It means confronting the wound, not hiding it. It means asking hard questions like, who am I without the constant doing? What parts of me are still fractured from childhood? What am I running from when I keep myself so busy? And that's where the debate really begins. Because the hustle tells you, don't stop. The healing says, please do. So, which one should you choose? If you ask the world, it'll tell you to keep moving. Algorithms don't reward stillness. Capitalism doesn't praise rest. And for many, hustle isn't optional, it's survival. You hustle because you're trying to escape the life you were born into. Because you've seen what lack looks like, and you never want to return. Because being still feels too close to being stuck. I see you. And you're not wrong for wanting more. But hustle that's driven by fear will never bring fulfillment. It will just become another cage with shinier bars. Now, healing isn't a privilege only for the elite, despite how the internet sometimes paints it. It's not just about booking expensive retreats or having hours for self-care. Healing is a birthright. It's in choosing kindness over burnout. In walking away from what drains you. In letting yourself rest without guilt. Healing is asking for help when you were taught to be strong. It's forgiving your younger self. It's listening to your body and not calling her lazy when she says, I can't today. The truth is, both hustle and healing are tools. One builds the life. The other allows you to live it. The goal isn't to pick sides. The goal is to know when to lean into each. There are seasons where hustle will serve you. You'll need it. You'll crave the push. You'll be building something, chasing something, becoming someone. That's valid. We aren't meant to stay still forever. Movement is part of growth. But if you are hustling without self-awareness, without pauses to breathe, without checking in with your emotional body, you're not building a legacy. You're building an identity crisis. And if you are healing without ever taking action, you risk living in a loop of self-reflection without forward motion. You stay in the wound. You turn your pain into a comfort zone. You wait. And life passes by. So again, which one should you choose? Here's a radical idea: choose rhythm. Rhythm says there are days for fire and days for water. Times to rise and times to retreat. Some mornings are for discipline, others are for grace. You get to create a life where success and softness can coexist. Where ambition doesn't override your nervous system. Where being whole is the ultimate achievement. Let's be real. Most people out here are burnt out and don't even know it. They're scrolling motivational content, drinking cold brew, and stacking vision boards, and deep down, they feel empty. Not because their goals aren't real. But because they forgot to tend to the vessel carrying them toward those goals. You can't bypass healing and expect the hustle to sustain you. You also can't bypass action and expect healing to magically rewrite your life. Balance isn't 50-50. It's honesty. It's asking yourself what you need in this moment, not what hustle culture or wellness influencers are telling you to need. It's checking in with your soul: am I moving from love or from fear? From alignment or from ego? From truth or from trauma? When you live in rhythm, you stop feeling like you're constantly behind. Because you're tuned in. You're honoring the seasons of your soul. You're giving yourself permission to rest without losing your edge. To work hard without losing your peace. You're allowed to want success and softness. You're allowed to make money and memories. You're allowed to chase dreams and chase sunsets. No one told you this, but you don't have to prove your worth by how much you produce. No one told you this, but the world won't fall apart if you take a break. No one told you this, but healing is productive, too. Imagine a life where your business thrives because your nervous system does. Where you wake up and create not from scarcity but from self-connection. Where your ambition is not a trauma response but a sacred mission. That's not just a dream. That can be your reality. So if today, your body is asking for stillness, honor her. That's healing. If tomorrow, your spirit is ready to grind, to create, to go all in, that's hustle. And both are sacred. Let's stop glamorizing the extremes. Hustling until you collapse is not noble. Healing without doing the inner work is not growth. Let's find a middle path. One rooted in truth, intuition, and radical self-trust. You are not behind if you rest. You are not weak if you cry. You are not shallow for wanting wealth. You are not broken if you still have healing to do. The deeper truth is this isn't a debate at all. It's a reunion. Of all the parts of you that have been at war with each other. The part that wants to succeed. The part that wants to feel safe. The part that's scared. The part that's strong. The part that dreams big. The part that's still hurting. They can all belong. Because you are allowed to be a masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time. And maybe the question isn't, should I hustle or should I heal? Maybe it's, what am I really trying to prove, and to who? Because when you stop trying to prove, you can start to live. Authentically. Freely. Boldly. No more guilt for resting. No more shame for striving. No more either/or. You get to have both. You get to build the life and live it. You get to rise and rest. You get to be powerful and peaceful. And that's not a weakness. That's wisdom. That's alignment. That's freedom. And if you're ready to start creating that rhythm in your life, where your intentions meet action and your energy aligns with your purpose, then it's time to plan for it. I highly recommend the Align Your Life Manifestation Planner. It's more than a planner, it's a tool for turning your ambitions into aligned action. Start building the life that's rooted in both hustle and healing. Because that's where the real magic is. You're not here just to survive. You're here to become. And you're doing better than you think.